Some stories don't start with warning signs. No red flags. No ominous music. Just a quiet evening and a sudden, irreversible moment that changes everything. This is not the story of celebrity scandal or another chapter in a reality TV saga. This is a real tragedy. A 13-year-old boy, a gun, a grieving father, and a family known around the world shattered in an instant. This is the heartbreaking true story of Anthony Zecca, the step-grandson of Duane "Dog" the Bounty Hunter Chapman, who was accidentally shot and killed by his own father in a moment of devastating misjudgment. A story that stunned fans, baffled investigators, and left a permanent scar on a high-profile American family. For decades, Duane "Dog" Chapman captured the public's imagination as a no-nonsense bounty hunter chasing fugitives across America. He was a larger-than-life figure, part vigilante, part reality star, part family man. But away from the cameras, the Chapman family lived a turbulent and emotional reality, one marked by loss, legal battles, and now, an unthinkable tragedy. Gregory Zecca, the stepson of Dog the Bounty Hunter and biological son of Francie Frayne, was known to fans of the Chapman franchise. A quiet force in the background, Gregory had worked on Dog's team during his bounty hunting years and later pursued his own interests, running a small business, starting a podcast called Beyond the Bounty, and raising his son Anthony in Naples, Florida. By all accounts, Gregory and Anthony were close. More than father and son, they were best friends. Until one Saturday evening, when everything fell apart. July 19, 2025. It was around 8:08 p.m. when Collier County 911 received a call from Gregory Zecca's apartment. The details were unclear, but the voice on the other end was frantic. A young boy had been shot. Emergency responders rushed to the scene. There, they found 13-year-old Anthony Zecca, critically injured. First responders administered life-saving treatment. But tragically, Anthony was pronounced dead shortly after. Word of the incident spread fast. Naples, a quiet coastal town known for retirees and relaxed living, was rocked by the news. But when local outlets confirmed the connection to the Chapman family, national attention quickly followed. Neighbors and classmates of Anthony organized a vigil. Flowers, candles, and photos lined the sidewalk. Anthony was more than a headline. He was a bright, curious, kind-hearted teen with a passion for gaming and dreams of becoming a firefighter. In a press conference held the next day, Collier County Sheriff Kevin Rambosk addressed the public. He confirmed the shooting was, quote, a tragic and isolated incident, and that no arrests had been made. He assured the public the case was being taken seriously, with detectives collecting forensic evidence, interviewing witnesses, and executing search warrants. But perhaps most telling was what he didn't say, whether charges would follow. Though the incident was initially labeled as an accidental shooting, the investigation was upgraded to a formal criminal case. Law enforcement agencies began probing deeper. Who owned the firearm? How was it stored? Was the child ever trained in safety procedures? Forensic testing, ballistic analysis, and digital evidence, such as home surveillance and mobile phone records, were all part of the ongoing investigation. Legal experts weighed in. While no intent was reported, Florida law allows for negligent manslaughter charges in cases involving improper firearm storage or access to children. If investigators found recklessness, Gregory could face criminal liability, even if it was his own son. Just days after the shooting, sources confirmed Gregory Zecca had been admitted to a psychiatric facility. According to reports, he was sedated and under close observation for psychological trauma. Those close to him described him as inconsolable, unable to speak, unable to function. And who could blame him? Dog the Bounty Hunter and his wife Francie Frayne released a short public statement asking for privacy. Francie, mourning her grandson and supporting her son, disappeared from public view. The usually outspoken Dog remained silent, perhaps the strongest indication of just how personal and devastating this loss truly was. Anthony was not just a name in the headlines. He was a son, a student, a friend. He loved the outdoors, especially fishing with his dad. He was curious, full of life, and had a future full of possibilities. That future ended far too soon. Online, the response was mixed. Some fans of Dog the Bounty Hunter flooded social media with condolences. Others demanded accountability, questioning how a child could gain access to a firearm in the first place. The polarized reactions highlighted the deep tension surrounding gun safety and parenting in America. For Dog the Bounty Hunter, this wasn't the first heartbreak. In 2006, he lost his daughter Barbara Katie in a car crash just one day before his wedding. In 2019, he lost his beloved wife Beth to throat cancer. And now, his 13-year-old step-grandson Anthony, a man known for catching criminals, yet powerless against fate. As weeks passed, media speculation intensified. Was this really an accident? Would there be charges? Why was a firearm accessible in a home with a child? Every day brought new scrutiny and new pain for a family already in mourning. In 2024 alone, over 300 children in the U.S. died from unintentional shootings. The issue of unsecured firearms in homes remains a national crisis, one that claims young lives far too often. Anthony's death, tragic and preventable, has sparked renewed conversations about gun safety laws, parental responsibility, and mental health support. As of now, no criminal charges have been filed. The Collier County Sheriff's Office continues its investigation, and Gregory Zecca remains under psychiatric care. Whether the case will move into prosecution remains to be seen. But perhaps no punishment could equal the one Gregory Zecca is already serving. The weight of accidentally taking your own son's life is beyond comprehension. For many, no legal system can match the depth of that personal torment. Anthony Zecca's life ended far too soon. In a world full of noise and spectacle, his death reminds us of something very human. That behind every headline is a heartbeat, a family, and a grief that doesn't fit neatly into a news segment. This is not just a tragedy for the Chapman family. It's a tragedy for all of us. A reminder that safety, responsibility, and mental health must be part of every home and every conversation. If this story moved you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that matters. Your support helps us bring more thoughtful, compassionate, and meaningful content to viewers like you. And remember, behind every headline, there's a human story that deserves to be told.